Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Officer Adda 24/7, the special session of your BRBL subject in the English medium language. I hope so. My voice is audible to all of you. So in today's session, we are going to cover the concept that is given in your module B, because right now we have just done with all the acts of module B, and now we are going to start the important concept. So law relating to security, which I will cover mortgage, pledge, set off, bankers lien, etc. and charges. Okay, so charges that is related to the security also. Okay, now see class. So first of all, the mortgage. So mortgage, as we know that suppose A person is there, okay, and this is B person. So if A person have taken loan from the B person, suppose of 10 lakh rupees, and A person have given the immovable property as a security, this concept is called the term mortgage. Okay, so mortgage, that's why it is a transfer of interest in immovable property to secure an advance loan or an existing debt or a future debt or performance of an obligation. Obligation, that is a duty. So the transfer of property contemplates 6 types of mortgage. Okay, so we will discuss each types of mortgage. So first of all, we have to study simple mortgage, mortgage by conditional sale, usufructuary mortgage, English mortgage, mortgage by deposit of title deed, and anomalous mortgage. So these are the 6 types of mortgage that we are going to discuss. Okay. If I talk about the mortgage, so in mortgage we have a immovable property as a security. Okay. And if we talk about the pledge, so we are giving movable property as a security. Okay. So this is the concept of the term mortgage. Now see what exactly this is. Yeah, simple mortgage. So one by one, we are going to discuss the types of mortgage. So this is also a comparison. Okay. So first of all, simple mortgage, English mortgage, usufructuary mortgage, mortgage by conditional sale, mortgage by deposit of title deed, and the last one is anomalous mortgage. So actually there are what? 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and the last one is your anomalous mortgage. Okay. So this is what the types of mortgage. So what is the basic comparison between the simple mortgage and mortgage by deposit of title deed? So simple mortgage, the mortgage is by deposital deed, and in English mortgage. So in all the 3 mortgage, right, this, the possession of the property is not given to the mortgagee, because in mortgage, this A person is called mortgager and this B is called what? Mortgagee. A very simple definition. Mortgager and mortgagee. Is that clear? Done. So this is the concept of the term mortgage. Okay, now cool. So the possession not given to the mortgagee, that is the comparison between simple and this one. Now usufructuary mortgage and in mortgage by conditional sale. In both, the possession, again we are talking, is given to the mortgagee. That is important. Possession, possession we are talking. So in simple, in equitable, and in English, possession is not given, and in usufructuary, in conditional sale, the possession is given to the mortgagee. Okay. The next one is if we talk about the simple mortgage. Okay, so in simple mortgage, the mortgagee has right to proceed against the mortgage property and also personally against the mortgager. It means suppose if mortgager is not able to pay the money, so in that case the mortgagee can disturb, or we can say knock the door of mortgager. So in simple mortgage and mortgage by deposit of title deed, the mortgagee has right to proceed against the mortgage property and also personally against the mortgager. Okay. Then Mortgage by deposit of title deed is not required to be created by the way of deed and does not require registration. So this is a, we can say, a unique type of mortgage class. I think this comparison will really help you to understand the terms class. A very important term. Okay. I hope so. That is clear to all of you, right? The types of mortgage that we have. If you have any doubt, you can please ask in a comment box. Okay, you can please ask in a comment box, right? Now, let's start with the next one. Limitation period, okay, for filing a suit for sale of mortgage property is 12 years when the money sued for become due. Suppose if the mortgagee have given me the time of 1 year, that in 1 year you have to give the money. So after 1 year, the 12 year will be count. Okay, so the limitation for filing the suit for sale of mortgage property is 12 year, and limitation period for filing a suit for foreclosure is 30 year from the date mortgage debt become due. That is important. Okay, mortgage debt become due. Now, enforcement of mortgage is governed by CPC. So CPC is a law in the civil code, basically the civil procedure follow. Okay, so enforcement of mortgage is governed by the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Suit for sale of mortgage property are to be filed in the court within whose jurisdiction the mortgage property is situated. So where mortgage property is situated, in that civil court, we can say we have to file the case. Okay, in the suit for sale of mortgage property, the court first passed the preliminary decree. So preliminary decree is basically before the final decree, whenever the court passed, that is called preliminary, and thereafter the final decree. That is important. Okay. Now, documents of title or to the movable property has been defined by the court in such one of the case. You can see the case name. The case name is Syndicate Bank versus Modern Tiles Clay Work. Syndicate Bank versus Modern Tile Clay Work. So in this case, where in the decision it was inter started that the document of title. So exactly what is document of title means? So document of title means is the legal instrument which prove the right of a person in a particular property. Suppose if I'm saying that this is my property, so my document of title will say that yes, Nikkita ma'am is the real owner of this property. A copy of deed of transfer is not considered to be the document of title for the purpose of creation of equitable mortgage. However, under certain circumstance which has been enumerated in the court cases, the copy of title deed may be accepted as documents of title of the immovable property. Is that okay? So this is important. Now, the mortgage is dash in the immovable property. So the mortgage is basically transfer of interest. Okay. Simple mortgage created an instrument in writing, an oral agreement, an oral assent, or unwritten promise. Tell me, class. So, class, simple mortgage is basically, we can say, that is the instrument in writing. Okay, this is the right answer. Now, in the mortgage by conditional sale, the property is what? Sold with condition for reconvenience, sold unconditionally, sold by mutual oral consent. Yeah, all of the above is correct. So, class, the mortgage by conditional sale in which it is the condition that the mortgager will, on a condition that it will be converted into the sale deed. Okay, in the mortgage by conditional sale, the mortgage deed will be converted into the sale deed if the mortgager is not able to pay the money. So, in conditional sale, the property will sold with a condition of reconvenience. So, this is the right answer. Okay, now limitation period for filing a suit for sale of mortgage property is dash year when the money becomes suit. Tell me, class. So class limitation period for filing the suit, that is basically 12 years. So this is the right answer. Okay. Now class, what is appropriation? So first of all, appropriation is also called what? Appropriation is also called the Clayton rules. Okay. And Clayton rule is basically, it is also called FIFO because in your exam, the full form of FIFO was asked, that is first in, first out. So appropriation is the setting aside of fund received from a debtor, okay, for a specific purpose of paying a specific debt. Section 59, 60, 61 of Indian contract deal with the rules regarding the appropriation. The term assignment means the process by which a person called assigner prefer to transfer rights and benefit to the another person, that is called assignee. So basically here assignee is the bank. Actionable claim, that is assigned in section 130 of Transfer of Property Act, provide that the rules for transfer of actionable claim. So actionable claim is basically apply in the unsecured debt. Okay, actionable claim, that is a part of your Transfer of Property Act. Pledge means bailment of goods for the purpose of securing a payment of debt. So when we are giving movable property as a security, this is called pledge. Pawnee has a special right. A valid pledge can be created by the owner of the goods and mercantile agent. So mercantile agent basically work on the behalf of the principal. A constructive pledge involves only delivery of keys of warehouse. Okay, constructive pledge involves only delivery of keys of warehouse. Done. Under the contract of pledge, the pawnee can sell the goods pledged after notice and retain the goods and file a suit for recovery of debt. Exactly. Hypothecation, security of movable property. So in hypothecation, we are not giving the movable property, because in pledge we are giving the movable property as a security, but in pledge the possession and the ownership is with the borrower. Okay. So pledge means what? It's a bailment of goods for the purpose of securing the payment of debt or the performance of promise. Hypothecation is the implied pledge in the case where constructive possession of goods is given. So constructive means not real. Okay. The term hypothecation has been defined in section 2N of the SURFACE Act. Done. Now, the term charge. So the term charge has been defined in section 216 of the Company Act. So what is charge? It means an interest or lien created on the property or assets of a company or any of its undertaking, and both as security includes a mortgage. See, charge section 2 clause 16, an interest or lien created on the property or assets of the company or any of its undertaking, and both security. Okay, so section 77 of the Company Act, nearly all types of charges are required to be registered with the registrar of company. That is important. Charge may be fixed, may be floating. If we talk about if the property is stable, the charge will be fixed. If the property is dynamic, the charge will be floating charge. Okay, charge will have to be registered within 30 days. Okay, of the creation of charge, and some additional time is permitted. After 120 days, it cannot be registered. If the charge is not registered, then the same is invalid against the liquidator. Okay. Section 77, within how many days after creation of charge of company is required to be registered with this one? So this is your registrar of company. Charge shall be registered by a company within dash days from the date of creation of charge. So this is within 30 days. Under section 82 of Company Act, a company shall be give intimation of registrar of payment and satisfaction of the full any charge within a period of dash days. So within the period of, that is 30 days. Okay. So class, that's all for today's. So as we know that from 2nd of September, your batch is going to be start. So that's why this is your ACE batch, in which we are giving a proper live class, recorded session, PDF, mock paper, ebooks. Each teacher have a telegram. Each teacher will give you the questions of the particular chapter. So if you want to enroll in this batch, because this batch is going to be start from 3rd of September, and I think this is the last foundation batch, and from the next we are going to launch a various crash course, revision batch, etc. So if you want to enroll, you have to apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount. This is your further previous batches. In this batch, my subject will be start from 3rd of September and the timing will be 10 to 11 p.m. Okay, so if you want to enroll in this batch, apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount. This is the Telegram. You can scan this barcode in the Telegram. You can see the YouTube sessions and you can ask your doubt anytime, anywhere. We also have a separate mock test. We have a separate ebooks. We have a separate proper books and we have a CAIIB Mahapack also in which the double validity is going on. So if you want to enroll, the discount is going on. See, all courses, JAIIB, CAIIB, CAIIB December. This is your batch, ACE batch, CAIIB Mahapack. Because basically students take the CAIIB Mahapack because in CAIIB Mahapack foundation batch, crash course, revision batch, all batches are there in the CAIIB Mahapack. So if you want to enroll, click on CAIIB Mahapack, okay, and then click buy now. Coupon code Y391. Click on apply. You can see the discount is 79% discount. If you want 1% more discount, you have to download the Adda app through mobile. And through mobile, if you purchase, you will get more than 1%, that is 80% of discount. Okay, and in CAIIB Mahapack you can also see the marathon and the mini marathon of the previous session, so that's why this Mahapack is important. Okay, you can also purchase the CAIIB Increment Mahapack because in Increment Mahapack you will get 4 compulsory book of your compulsory subject in CAIIB Increment Mahapack. Okay, see, 4,426 mock paper, 4,949 ebooks, 12,682 online live classes, 3,892 videos, etc. Okay, so if you want to enroll in the CAIIB Increment Mahapack, click on buy now, coupon code Y391. Click on apply. You can see the discount is 10,864.35. This is the exact one. Okay. So guys, that's all for today's and I hope so you people like the session. So from tomorrow onwards, we are going to cover module A. Okay. Thank you so much, class.